Dad's 65th wore balloons and Mom's good china. All of us pretending to be a commercial. I knew better with my brother in the room. "So, Dad," Ethan said, raising his glass, "perfect night for good news." At 35, he was the golden one. Developer, wife Laura, 2 adored kids. I was 30, divorced, living here again while I helped after Dad's heart attack 6 months ago. "We've been looking in the suburbs," he announced. "More space, better schools." Mom glowed. "What does that mean for us?" "You and Dad come live with us," he said. "We'll buy bigger with an in-law suite, maybe a pool." Dad frowned. "And this house? We've been here 30 years. "That's the best part," Ethan said. "We sell 1247 Maple Avenue in Rochester, New York, and use the money for the new place. Market's blazing, 800 grand. Easy. I've got a realtor. We can list by week's end." Cheering rose. Laura smiled at me. "Nicole will land on her feet." "About time," Mom said. It stung. This was the porch where Dad steadied my bike, the roof I patched with him, the kitchen where I lined up his pills. More to the point, it was my address. "Less than a week?" I asked. "Plenty," Ethan said, "if you're not picky." Air felt scarce. I stepped onto the porch and dialed a number I hadn't used in months. Connor Mitchell on the line, senior partner at Mitchell and Hale. "Connor, I need property records on 1247 Maple Avenue. Owner liens, anything recent." Keys clacked. "Owner is Riverside Holdings LLC," he said. "Foreclosure 18 months back, auction 14. Riverside bought it." I breathed out. "Riverside is me." Silence, then understood. I turned the knob and squared my shoulders. They were plotting a wine cellar when I came back. Ethan smirked. "All done sulking?" "Actually," I said, sliding into my chair. I called my attorney. Mom rolled her eyes. "Nicole, be serious. Connor Mitchell, Mitchell and Hale Real Estate Law." Dad's gaze sharpened. "I wanted to know what happens when someone tries to sell a house they don't own." Ethan laughed too loud. "Mom and Dad own this house." "No," I said. "They lived here 30 years. They haven't owned it for the last 14 months. The room pin dropped. Maple Avenue was foreclosed after Dad's heart attack. It sold at auction. The buyer of record is Riverside Holdings. "Who's that?" Laura asked. "Me." It landed like glass breaking. Ethan's grin slid off. "You with what money?" "My divorce settlement," I said. "I used it to buy the property and clear the debt so Mom and Dad wouldn't lose their home. I kept quiet because pride is a fragile organ." Mom's hands trembled on the rim of her plate. "Why wouldn't you tell us?" "Because Dad loves saying he kept a roof over us." I didn't want to turn that story into a wound. I took out my phone. Connor has the records queued. He's also sending cease and desists to any realtor who tries to list without my consent. Voices rose at once. Aunt Maria calling it reckless, Uncle Steve saying it was mercy, Laura muttering about our plans. Ethan leaned forward, jaw tight. "So we're all supposed to live by your secret?" "We're supposed to live by the deed," I said. "And by basic decency. You don't make someone homeless on a birthday." Dad cleared his throat, a sound that used to call us to dinner. "Nicole," he said, voice steady, "you did all that?" "Yes." He rubbed his chest as if smoothing a crease in time. "Then tonight, we slow down." I clicked my phone dark, and we stopped the listing before it starts. Silence widened until Ethan snapped it. "Choose," he told our parents. "Go with me or let Nicole run the show." Dad rose slower than before his heart attack, but steady. "We choose the daughter who kept us under this roof," he said, taking my hand. Mom's eyes filled. "We were blind. We're sorry." Ethan's face hardened. "Then we're done. He tugged Laura's hand and left to the clatter of chairs. The party sagged into quiet. I forwarded Connor's documents to the family thread, including the cease and desists. The night ended with cake plates untouched and the house for once safe. Days passed. Dad's breath evened on the porch, watching sparrows on the hedge. He tinkered, oiling a hinge, reattaching a drawer pull, small proofs of belonging. Mom sorted bills, muttering, "No more secrets." I drafted a tenancy letter. They could stay as long as they wished. At $1 a year, we all signed. 3 weeks later, Ethan called. His voice had lost its swagger. "I was cruel," he said. "We found another place. No pool yet. Can we try again?" "We can," I said, "with ground rules. You apologize. You stop measuring me against your plans, and you never spend what isn't yours. Done," he said. That evening on the porch step, Dad patted the railing. "Success," he murmured, "is keeping your people housed." I looked at the home I'd saved and thought, that will do.